The Toronto Maple Leafs didn't waste any time kicking off June, dropping some major news on the first day of the month. The team officially brought aboard Judd Brackett as their new assistant general manager for player evaluation, while Freddie Hamilton stepped into the chief of staff role. It's a fresh start for the organization as they look to build something special. So who's this Brackett fella? Well, he's been running the show as the Minnesota Wild's director of amateur scouting for the past 5 seasons. The guy's got a solid reputation when it comes to evaluating talent, and he even did some scouting work for USA Hockey back in the day. Pretty impressive resume if you ask us. GM John Chayka couldn't hide his excitement about bringing Brackett into the fold. "We are thrilled to welcome Judd to our organization," Chayka said in the official announcement. When your boss is that pumped about you joining the team, you know there's some serious expectations riding on your shoulders. Chayka didn't just throw out empty praise either. He pointed out that Brackett has built one of the strongest amateur scouting and drafting track records in the entire NHL. That's no small feat in a league where finding the right prospects can make or break a franchise for years to come. What really caught Chayka's attention was Brackett's ability to roll with the punches and adapt his approach as the game evolves. Hockey isn't what it used to be, and the folks who can't keep up get left in the dust. Brackett seems like the type who's always ahead of the curve. Here's where things get interesting. Chayka made it clear that Brackett won't just be doing old-school scouting. He'll be blending traditional scouting methods with video analysis and data-driven insights to beef up the team's decision-making process. It's like mixing your grandma's secret recipe with some modern kitchen gadgets. Now let's talk about Freddie Hamilton. This guy's got a story that'll make you appreciate the value of education. After wrapping up a playing career that saw him suit up for 75 NHL games across 4 different teams, he didn't just ride off into the sunset. He went to Yale University and earned his MBA. Not too shabby. Hamilton's last time on NHL ice came during the 2017-2018 season, but don't think he's been sitting around doing nothing since then. The guy's been grinding in the business and finance world, picking up valuable experience in investing, strategy, and organizational leadership. That's the kind of diverse background that can bring a fresh perspective to hockey operations. The connection between Hamilton and Chayka runs deep. The two have built up a strong familiarity over the years, which probably made this hiring decision a no-brainer. When you've got someone you trust who also happens to have the right skills, why look anywhere else? Chayka had nothing but good things to say about Hamilton's character. Throughout his playing career, Freddie distinguished himself through his character, professionalism, and work ethic. Those are the kinds of qualities that don't always show up on a stat sheet, but everyone in hockey knows they matter. Since hanging up his skates, Hamilton's been building an impressive career outside of hockey. He's gained experience across investing, strategy, and organizational leadership, skills that are increasingly valuable in today's NHL front offices. It's not just about knowing hockey anymore. You need to understand how to run a business too. Chayka believes Hamilton's diverse background and collaborative approach will be a game changer for the organization. His diverse background and collaborative approach will make him a valuable addition to our group as we execute key strategic initiatives. Translation: they've got big plans, and Hamilton is part of the blueprint. All of this front office shuffling is happening for a reason. The Leafs are gearing up for the 2026 NHL Draft, where they'll be holding the first overall pick. That's a massive deal. It's the kind of opportunity that comes around once in a generation, and the organization is making sure they've got the right people in place to nail it. Chayka, along with Matt Sundin, Brackett, and Director of Amateur Scouting Mark Leach, will be heading into the draft with a clear mission: strengthen what's been a pretty barren prospect pool. The Leafs haven't exactly been knocking it out of the park in the drafting department lately, and everyone knows it. The goal isn't just to stock up on prospects for the sake of it. They're looking to revamp the entire roster and push towards genuine playoff contention for the 2027 campaign. That's the real prize here. Toronto fans have been waiting for a team that can go deep in the playoffs, and this front office overhaul is step 1. Mark Leach, who was previously tasked with overseeing the draft on his own, will now be working hand-in-hand with Brackett throughout June. 2 heads are better than 1, especially when you've got the first overall pick to worry about. Expect these 2 to be burning the midnight oil as draft day approaches. With these new pieces in place, the Maple Leafs are sending a clear message. They're serious about changing the narrative. The combination of Brackett's scouting expertise, Hamilton's business acumen, and Chayka's vision could be exactly what this organization needs. June 1st, 2026 might just be the day everything started to turn around for the blue and white.